from the days when we had to make the waist stretch. Now it's Vacherons and all the Marpé sets. You wanna get money with me? Say less. Say you wanna get money with me? Say less.
What's poppin', people? Welcome back to another episode of Say Less with Kaz.
Yo.
Lowkey.
What up?
And Rosy.
What's good, people?
What's going on?
How y'all doing?
Chilling.
Good. Been a crazy 2 weeks. Got lots of stuff to get into. But before we do all that, make sure you subscribe, youtube.com/Kazeem. Go to the podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple, wherever. Type in Say Less with Kaz, Lowkey, and Rosy. You'll find us right there. Or if you got the attention span of a 5-year-old, like most of us seem to, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We're all over there. Say Less with Kazlo Rosy on Instagram and TikTok. Say Less Kazlo on X and Threads. No, Threads is Say Less Kazlo Rosy. But in any case, our boy Eden is in the building. What's up, Eden?
What's up, buddy?
What we got, man? Talk to me. What's up?
All right, well, what have you guys been doing the last 2 weeks? What's been going on?
As opposed to listening to Not Like Us for the millionth time?
Well, yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Well, we found
it's a daily spin now.
It is definitely a daily spin now. Well,
It's number
our
3
taping
this week.
schedule fell on a peculiar day, right? Like it felt like literally right before the pop out on Juneteenth, which everybody has talked to and talked about and broken down to death by now. But needless to say, incredible show, incredible moment in hip hop. It's definitely one of those concerts that I think we'll always talk about for years to come. Like a Up in Smoke, like Fade to Black, like all these memorable hip hop concert moments. The pop out, incredible night, insane night.
Yeah, other than the verses, I can't remember the last time I was watching a show at home and I felt like I was there. And I was excited, like off the couch, like dancing around.
Yeah.
I remember that from verses, but
I do kind of miss that versus energy though.
we was excited about it.
Yeah,
I think they're bringing it back, no?
Yeah, it's gonna be on the Elon show on X, which I think
We're good.
What you mean you're good on it?
I'm good on it.
Well, obvious reasons.
No, not obvious reasons. What's left there? Like,
Tell
what's
us
there
what
left
you
to
know.
do?
Well, I'm sure
Well,
they got
there's-
an Elon check to cut, so I'm sure they could get some
Yeah.
All right,
new.
give me some pivotal battles that you want to see.
I still need to see JT and Usher.
Yeah, we haven't seen that. We
Yo.
haven't seen.
Don't wanna see that.
There's a lot of
I need
bottles
to
out
see that.
there,
I don't
and
need to
if
see that.
Elon's cutting the check to make sure, that was the big thing I was worried about, right? Like after a while, I think folks would have, got to cut a check for me to show up to this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if a zillionaire is cutting the check to do
The
these
fuck
shows
you know about
now,
our culture?
he doesn't have to.
He doesn't have to.
Timbaland
I mean,
is
hired-
wouldn't you?
He's gonna hire
people that know.
But wouldn't you want someone that has like a vested interest?
Is Elon like on the ones and twos?
I'm
Nah,
not,
he's
that's
cutting
not.
the
That's
check.
not exactly. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
He's
like,
just paying for
someone
it, and then
has-
he's hiring the staff to that knows what they're doing.
Yeah. He's got the platform and he's got the money to pay for it. I mean, like, I don't particularly like the guy, but like, I don't think he's going to be that hands-on involved as
Check
much
is
as
a check,
Swizz and
right?
Timbaland is.
Check is a check.
I'm not saying the check is a check, but I'm saying the check is. I mean, obviously, I think you're kind of closer to it than most because Versus was an Apple thing for a while, and now it's on X. So
I mean, it really didn't have nothing to do with Apple. It just had a lot to do with celebrating our legends and our legacies or their legacies in front of the world. That's
so
what
they
happened.
didn't have a right to go and get the.
I'm not saying they don't have a right to, but I also have
I'm sorry.
I can say like I'm good on it because I don't think it may go in the direction that I think it's going to go. But it remains to be seen. But like you with Elon, you try to announce it on Juneteenth. I mean, I get it now. It's like it's black owned, so I get that part. But like, I'm a little hesitant. But I'll wait to see what they produce and what they come out with. That's all I'm
Optics
saying.
wise, I get it. It looks kind of crazy, but at
Yeah,
the
that's all
same
I'm saying.
time, I could see, after the first 2 or 3, I don't think people would even care or find a difference in it. Really, like once it's like just on your phone, like it's gonna be on.
If
X,
it's
I'm
good,
assuming.
if the battles are good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if they'd want to have to
I would
come
hope
back with
so.
a bang, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
I would
that
hope so.
first one that they announced, that's going to be very telling if it's going to be somebody that we're really interested in watching. But in any case, that's further down the line. Not Like Us got played a zillion times.
One times at the Rick Ross concert.
It got played a lot at a Rick Ross show in Vancouver, Canada, and of all the people that were involved in, I guess, this back and forth, like there was, I don't think anybody wanted violence to really ensue, but I guess that's what we got earlier this week when Ross and ran into some folks in Vancouver, and the security wasn't up to snuff, man.
Do we know it's because of that song?
I have no idea, but like I said, the optics again.
But
the
song
song's
was playing in the
You're in
background.
Canada. Rick Ross has said a lot of.
I mean, it's not like they're in
things.
Toronto. They were in Vancouver.
But yeah,
Still Canada.
Canada,
I mean,
man.
I get it, but it's just
Canadians have been very sore losers this past couple of months. I can understand.
You cheesing me.
You could understand. Have they not?
No, you're right.
Have they not? Like, I mean, they definitely probably feel some type of way that their man that put their nation on the map has been the butt of the jokes
So, yeah,
and
you
called
took
a
it. You took it
pedophile.
out. Get over it.
He asked for it.
Like, you took it out. Get over it. You asked for it. You asked for the smoke. You asked for this nigga to come outside, and this nigga came outside in 4K in front of his city, in front of the world.
Yeah.
And did 4 or
It was
5
good on
records.
4K.
Like,
That Amazon stream was preposterously good.
Yeah, shout out to Free Lunch.
4K is
Shout out Mike
crazy.
Carson. That was an incredible production.
Like, you asked for the smoke. You got dealt with the smoke, and now your fan base can't handle it. And it's just like, all right, cool. The best man won. Like,
Let's talk about it, right?
Because there ain't nothing detrimental is happening or happened to Drake in this process.
we keep saying
Well,
that. We keep
Like, what happened?
We keep saying like, oh, Drake's gonna be all right. I'm like, is he really? Because he's been doing a lot of things like in the aftermath that I don't think has lent itself for us to be like, oh, he's just gonna pick up where he left off. Like,
That's
I think
exactly what he's gonna do.
I
he
don't think
released
so.
music yet?
Like he put out.
Drake has
He had a
like
record
5
with Camila
aftermaths.
Cabello.
How'd
Oh,
that
yes,
do?
I heard
Yeah.
How's it go? Say one verse from it.
I don't
One
even know.
lyric.
I don't know nothing from
It was
Camila
supposed to be
Cabello
like a
as
summertime.
is.
It's a
Time-ish.
Drake song, and
It's
I
a
don't.
Camila Cabello song with a Drake feature.
All right, this
Let's
is what I'm
make sure
saying.
we understand
What
that.
I'm saying is, there's been a conversation that everybody just assumes Drake's going to just be a-okay after the beef. Which I mean, obviously, money wise, notoriety wise, yes, of course, but definitely people look at him a lot different after this. I think people definitely look at him,
And that's fine. And that they looked at him differently after the Pusha T shit. Not as crazy as this, but they
Right.
looked at him differently then. They looked at him differently when he went to LeBron on the shop and, that I let LeBron down. Like, there's things in his career that people have made, we looked at him differently, but we got over.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I think Drake is at that caliber of an artist where it's just like, yeah, this is a bad moment. It's a chink in the armor. All right, cool. We're going to get over it because if Drake drops a record on July 4th or Drake drops a record during a holiday weekend and that shit slaps, all this shit, a lot of this shit going to be swept under the rug. Like, rap purists from like, yeah, you still but that record's hot. So it's like, all right, like, let's calm the fuck down.
I still think swept under the rug is doing a lot of
For
work.
his fan base, yeah, it's going to be swept under the rug. For us, it's not.
I mean, Drake fans aren't going anywhere. Like, there's
That's
nothing.
my point.
At
That's
this
my
point,
exact point, bro.
At this point, I don't think it was ever about like getting Drake out of here. You know what I mean? Like, I think Drake. We've come to realize that like Drake fans are going to be Drake fans more than they hip hop fans. Like, they will follow Drake to the ends of the
Exactly.
earth, which is understandable. But the thing that like people just feel like that concert, that song, that moment was so big, and it still continues to be big. It's
And
in my opinion,
con-
become annoyingly big.
It's
Like,
it's gonna continuously be big throughout the summer, throughout the rest of the year, and don't let that shit win a Grammy. Don't let none of them joints
It's
win
definitely
a Grammy.
winning a Grammy.
I'm
Yeah.
super good on it at that point. Like I have a
Yes,
have a
we know
hard
you. We
time.
know you're annoyed with it. We
I'm
know.
not annoyed with it. I'm
Wait,
just
if it were to win a
if any
Grammy,
song was getting played that much for the past 2 months,
what Grammy would it get?
I'm sure it'll get a best rap performance Grammy or best rap
absolutely.
solo,
Never
like
mind, yeah.
something like that. Like,
That's
yeah,
definitely-
it's-
Best
I
rap,
happening.
best rap
I have
song.
zero doubts going to get Grammy nominated. Zero.
No, it's
doubt.
gonna be a Grammy
Yeah,
winning
of course. Like
That's
it's
crazy.
for sure.
But
Back
you're,
to Back
you're
got
not-
nominated.
Yeah, it did.
Like so, like this is not abnormal.
Did it win?
Right.
Also, what
Nothing.
song is it going up against?
I wouldn't know.
We don't.
But
I mean,
it's
too
clearly
early.
the biggest
It's-
rap
I'm saying,
song
like,
of the
in
year.
the
early
air.
call right now.
If you were to think about it right now,
There's no other song right now that I can think that's going to be in that.
There's no
category.
rap song that's been bigger than Not Like Us this year. It's
Right.
the biggest rap song of the year. It's
What,
definitely going to
what,
get a Grammy
Euphoria?
nominated.
You might do Fiends.
right?
Fiend
Best
might be.
rappers-
Nah, oh,
Performance?
okay, that's true. It did
That's
get played like
true. That'd be
15
a
Wait,
couple
who's
times.
the fuck is that?
Fiend,
Travis Scott,
No.
Playboy Cardi.
No.
It's a good
No, I'm
performance.
saying like performance.
Carnival maybe.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, it's too early in the process.
Okay, so Ross got hit in the process through all this, right? And his bodyguard
That
got
was a
fucked
crazy, that was a
up.
crazy
Yeah.
pivot.
Did y'all see the
Bodyguard
video?
got fucked up.
Yeah, he got fucked
And
up.
Sam Sneak too. I don't know, man. It's one of those things that
We
like,
don't know what that fight
I'm
was
never.
about.
Yeah, like
that. So I'm not even gonna.
like somebody getting snuck or swung on in a club is never anything for me to be like, oh, so you. I'm like,
Yeah,
bro, that
we
can
don't
literally-
know what that was about.
That can happen to anybody. That could be about anything.
We don't know what kind of exchange they had. We don't know like what
Right.
kind of interaction they had. It just so happens to be that Not Like Us was playing.
Yeah.
Ross is in the beef with
Well, Drake did like a post about it though.
He like, yeah, of course
He did like
because
the
he's
post.
fucking petty.
I mean, I'd like it.
Why?
Like if somebody I didn't like, I'd jump. Like, if somebody was clearly calling me out my name for the past several months, and I look on Instagram and see them getting swung on, I'd be like, I like that. But still, that doesn't mean he had anything to do with it.
Did he only have one bodyguard?
I think he had 2.
No, he had one.
Oh
guy.
no, it's the one bodyguard and the DJ that got.
Because to me, it's like you're going to Canada. You know you got a situation.
I mean, he might have just been at the show.
I got a thought on this.
But I don't think it's like they're going to Vancouver like, yo, we gotta be extra careful because Drake and
I
his
would.
Canadian.
I was about to say,
I would.
But it's
it'd be them towns and cities that you think you don't got to be careful for that people get got
again,
at,
we
man.
just don't know what the fucking situation was.
I'll tell you this. Van Lathan, friend of the show, made a very good point on social media a couple of days ago. And he said something along the lines of like, rappers and just entertainers in general need to evolve from the big black security guard. Like the big offensive line. Like they're
He
big.
ain't fast. He's not quick.
They can get you through, like he said, like they can get you through like crowded places, you know what I mean? Like they could probably mush a few
Why?
folks. But he was saying like we need to evolve into like the Jason Bourne type of like MMA style.
Drake got 2 fucking white twin body ex Neil Say
Navy SEAL.
SEALs.
Yeah, like Navy SEAL type dudes.
Pusha got 2 bodyguards that are not black. Whatever. Jay had that white Russian dude.
I love
like they.
Ross just had the Giga Guard.
Huh?
And that's it.
the Giga Guard. What's that?
Like a big ass guard.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
no offense, I got
Giga Guard?
plenty of security guard homies that are big and black and you know what I mean hold their own. But like, yeah, there is times.
It's not based off the color. It's based off your experience and your fucking like.
Exactly,
That's what it
experience.
shouldn't be based off of like, oh, he's black, so this nigga's moving mad.
But
slow,
what I'm
this, that, and
saying
the third.
is, if you want to move comfortably and you're in a situation
Get a
where
white
you're
guy?
in Vancouver, that's not what I said.
Well,
I'm saying,
That's what he's saying.
is that what I said?
That dude,
No,
I'm saying
but-
that's what he's saying.
Well, if I'm watching that situation, just as a spectator, me personally, I would love to see one of them smaller white guys just go full Jason Bourne on somebody and just, just taking people out left and right.
Right.
Instead of, you know what I mean?
I mean, your job is not to take niggas
big
out.
dude,
Your
they ain't got
job
the
is
cardio
to
for
prevent.
that, man.
Your job is to prevent and protect. Your
Yeah.
job is
Exactly.
not to
But
take niggas out.
if you slow, how you gonna prevent and
That's what I'm
protect when
saying,
everybody's
like, if you
coming
ain't
at
got
you
that
from different
cardio.
angles?
So the black niggas are slow.
well,
they
he kind of
big and black,
yeah.
they ain't got the cardio.
He
They don't matter if he's
took a-
white.
He like
The
took a
big
knee and they were
ones?
just beating him down.
What's up?
He like took a knee and like they were just beating him up.
That's crazy.
It sucks.
That
I felt
sucks,
bad for
man.
him.
They took what?
I mean,
He
again,
like took a knee. Like
we don't know.
And I'm not
do
saying.
anything.
We don't know what that
I
was
want to be
about.
clear when I'm saying this. I'm not saying this because
What you
I got
mean he took a
anything
knee?
against. And
He leaned down because he was getting beat up and they jumped on him.
yeah.
That's what happened.
I didn't see the. I saw the only clip I saw was when they originally like.
the
beating
initial
up the
phase.
DJ?
With, yeah, with like
He
the,
leaned
the
down
drink
and
blew up.
they jumped back on him. And
Yeah.
put him
I'm
in
just
the
saying,
face.
as a spectator, I want to see like a Jason Bourne type security guard just handle
You
that
and your
situation.
wrestling fantasies.
It's not
bro.
even wrestling.
He just-
Jason Bourne is a
He just
He
wanna
would be a hell of a
fictional
wrestler.
character.
I know he's a fictional character, but you want to see some real life wrestling.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to
Some
see
body
some
slams.
small, unassuming
point
white
of
dude.
security is to prevent and protect, not to engage
I
in
wanna
your
see-
wrestling fantasy.
Have you seen Roadhouse on Amazon?
Probably some shit.
It's a remake of the old Roadhouse, right? But it starred
I
Jake
never saw the new
Gyllenhaal.
one.
Huh?
I never saw the new one or the old one.
Okay. Well, Conor McGregor's in it, Jake Gyllenhaal, all these dudes, and they're just like ripped dudes. But Jake Gyllenhaal plays this like very friendly sort of like, you know, Mr. Rogers type dude, and he's like, you know, just trying to, you know,
So you
keep
want to see
security.
the you
Let me
want
Oh, I
talk.
think I-
Damn.
to see
nigga.
the white guys protect the black rappers.
All right.
I get what you're saying, bro. Trust
I
me.
don't think you do because I,
I
haven't
really
finished my
do.
thought.
I get it. Like, but you're long winded. But I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying. Like the big black guys are a little slow and they move a little.
Well, I was given like a
Comparison.
reference to
Yeah.
something that you hadn't seen. I was trying to explain it. So
I saw a clip from it.
Clip.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what was in the clip?
Like the Jake Gyllenhaal, he was like in the pool hall.
Pool hall.
Yeah, he had like a Hawaiian shirt.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's what you're referring to.
You think?
And he was like, no, he was like a badass killer. And
Well, you know, if people would have let me talk, I would have been able to explain
yeah,
it.
go ahead.
That's fine.
no, get to your point.
Anyway, not like us, man. We keep getting off the damn point that we started the show with. The song since the concert obviously has been seen it's been used in political, speeches. It's been played by bands. Obviously, it's still a top 10 record in the country right now. Still getting played a whole lot. But man, we talked about this a few weeks ago, and I said, Eden, correct me if I'm wrong, I said the concert would be like the crescendo of it, and then afterwards it falls into the danger zone of it starting to become corny.
That is what you said. Yeah.
And I think we're getting there.
No, we're not.
Pretty close. I think we're pretty close to it getting
That's
corny.
what you think. We're just hitting that.
How further can we go up with this?
Bro, like, why do y'all want to see this record like this?
No,
Well,
no,
you
I don't
tell me
wanna see it
why.
fall.
You tell me why
I
the
don't wanna
song
see it
will
fall.
still get bigger after this.
It's just more of like, how do you take it to another level?
Yeah.
Outside of the Grammy.
Not outside
Which is
of
not
the
till
Grammy. That's
February.
included. Like the nomination.
So you're gonna still
the
bump-
college band work.
Okay.
The remix that is potentially
Wait till
rumored to be
homecoming
out there.
season.
Like, that's what I'm saying. So it's like it
you
reaches
giving us
different
intel about a
plateaus.
remix?
And
Like,
y'all still gonna be hyped for it by homecoming
If
season?
a band doesn't
band
come
like
back,
they've already
Absolutely.
did it.
a dope
They
band
already
do
did
it.
it.
by
Like,
October?
What?
Dog.
Like, bro, that shit is tough. Like, you want the shelf life to begin now.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's
man.
exactly what you're saying,
That's not what
bro.
I'm saying, PG
You've been
Low.
saying- you've
I'm
been
just
saying
saying
that for the
what's
last
been
couple of
obvious.
weeks. Like, oh, it's getting corny. We gotta get over this shit.
He said it before
knock
the
down.
before the pop out.
What I said was at the concert will be the crescendo of it, where it will probably reach maximum popularity, which it should, which it did. That's the number one song in the country. And then afterwards, when it gets played, it keeps getting. Obviously, it's gonna still get played. Obviously, it's a big song. It's almost like an anthem now. It's a West Coast anthem. I get all that. What I'm saying is, eventually, like when you start hearing like Kamala Harris like saying like using it in conversations at the BT or even like the Taraji P Henson before, like you thought that was cool, like you like that.
Bro,
the Taraji performance.
They're gonna use that.
But did you think that was cool?
I didn't care for it, Cass.
Did you think it was
I didn't
cool?
care
Answer
for
the
it.
question.
I'm answering your question. I didn't care for it.
All right.
But yes, of course they're gonna use references. Of course people are gonna be talking about it. It's gonna be a
Yes.
talking head point. That's just like happens with every song that becomes polarizing, big, topic of conversation on any platform, negative or positive. That's what it is. You gotta live with that. Now, I'm not saying like every time we go to the club, we gotta hear it. I'm not saying every time you wake up in the morning, you gotta press play and this, that, and the third, or we have to continue to be on Twitter having like the conversation of like, it's the number one song in America, this, that, and the third. All right, we know what the shits did. We know what the concert did. It's going to live on. Once the bands get over for HBCU homecomings and all that shit, it's gonna go back up. If it gets nominated for a Grammy, it's gonna go back up. If it wins a fucking Grammy, it's gonna go back up. It's gonna run from now until fucking January, February. That's just something you gotta deal with. You don't have to listen to it. I get it. It does become increasingly annoying because of the constant similar conversations had around it. I understand that, and I'm not mad
The
at
way
that
you're making
point.
it seem is if like I'm sick of hearing it because like I'm a Drake fan or something.
I
would say this,
never even mentioned
but
Drake.
I'm saying what he makes it seem like is what
Does
I'm
it
trying to
seem
explain.
like that to you because that's really what it is?
Nah, what I'm saying is any song that gets played
But I
that
get-
much
but
to
I get
death,
your point.
eventually I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh my
Of
god.
course,
all right.
anybody would be
And
like
I love
that.
this song. like it's a great record.
Do you?
Yeah,
we can't
like,
tell. We
I
can't
clearly
tell.
do.
We really can't tell. But
clearly do.
understand your side of the point. I do understand your side of the argument. It can
Like,
be
I don't-
overdosing and overdoing it, whatever. I get that. That point is tabled, solidified, signed, sealed, and delivered. You're not wrong in that. I can see where people like you have that perspective of like shit again. But in the same breath, this is I keep saying this shit. This is their moment. People are latching on to that moment, which has happened with a bunch of songs and a bunch of artists, and you just can't escape that. This is not the first, nor will be the last time that this happens. It just came at a point where he went against one of the biggest artists, if not the biggest artist today, and made it about not only a West Coast unity movement, but just to let a nigga know that I'm not to be played with. I can do this and I can do that and I can unify a whole West Coast. They got that. And I'm enjoying watching them go through that process of the people celebrating and looking at this West Coast and have their unity on full display, not only for Kendrick, but for other artists that were at that show. So it's deeper layered than just the song being annoying. You're not wrong in that point. Damn again. Okay, well that
So
shit
I would
happens.
feel that about a New York record. What was the last New York record that was just played to death? I was like, oh my god. Like what?
I don't know.
Like
I don't know.
well, maybe like an Ice Spice record or something where it's like, yeah, I love the song, but eventually I'm just like, oh my god, we doing what was it? Munch again?
I don't know.
More Munch?
But I'm like, see, even with that, I'm like, I'm not even
Like more
gravitating.
Bodak Yellow? We doing this again?
Oh yeah, that one.
I mean, like, but that's what happens.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
a record is, so if a record is,
Doesn't
it's
mean
like,
I don't
all
like
right.
the song. I'm just saying, like, yo, after a while.
I mean, but like when
oh,
I'm looking,
God.
like when I had like Munch and like when Munch was out or
Yeah,
Bodak
that
Yellow
ain't-
was out, I was just like, all right, like I get it. Like I'm not, turn this shit the fuck off. Like this is
I never said turn this shit the
I
fuck
never
off.
said you did.
About
Never said
not
you
like
did.
this.
I
I
never
just
said you
said
did.
eventually we get to the point where it's a little.
All right, cool, like, bro. We have the option to be like, I don't want to listen to it. I'm gonna turn it
We
off.
don't though.
We do, because
that song,
I can
that song
scroll
is meeting
past-
you at places that you ain't even trying to play the song at. I'm
Okay,
watching
so
the
then you
BET
gotta-
Awards. I'm all right. Here come the
Did
BET
you
Awards.
think they would not
Here comes
involve-
Taraji B. Henson.
Did you
Blood-
think they would not involve that song on one of the biggest
It was the
Black
s-
Nights?
It was
Like, did you think that would
They
not
used that
happen?
song for the commercial,
Okay.
right? Taraji comes out and performs a rendition of it.
Where she was talking about
I didn't
she was
see it.
she was talking about the roles in like movies and scripts and people not paying her. That was her perspective.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, I get it. Like, it's entertainment. Yeah, it does get tiring. You're right.
Yeah.
But it's like it's inevitable, bro.
Yeah.
And then the next big song that comes out, whether it's Drake or Beyonce or if Hove drops something or Rihanna come out with something, they gonna drag that shit to the mud too. And unfortunately, that's just how the music business goes.
Do you guys want to get into one of the biggest nights in Black entertainment?
Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
BET Awards of this past weekend. Lots to talk about it. Did you guys catch it this weekend? At least some clips?
Yeah, a couple clips.
Ain't there? I was in and out, but I did see some clips there that I thought were really interesting. One being the Usher tribute, which consisted of all women.
I
Which
like
thought
that.
I thought was fire.
Fire.
But there was some folks who felt like, hey, wasn't no male R&B heir
Mandy,
apparent that
I was
could have
with
came
Mandy
out
watching
there
that
and
part.
do that joint.
She wanted male artists, and I was like, I think they're doing what he does at the Vegas shows, where he caters to like
He wanted that.
the women in the audience.
He wanted that.
I was like, it's just the reverse of it.
And it came out fire.
I
Like,
thought
from
it
what I
was
saw.
dope. I thought Tiana Taylor's part was dope when she came
Victoria
out and
Monet.
played with Victoria Monet. I thought Coco Jones was dope. I thought Lotto was dope.
I didn't get the Childish Gambino part.
Gambino was on there. Okay.
It was like poetry on You Don't Have to Call.
No, he was doing he was doing You Don't Have to Call, but he's gosh, I forgot he did like a cover of one of those songs in like one of his like mixtapes or something. So I understand that he's he's an Atlanta dude.
It wasn't bad. It kind of threw me off.
Let's talk about Childish Gambino, man. He had he went to present an award, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he basically said he pulled a Jay-Z where he kind of calls out the award ceremony while he's being presented or about to present an award. He's basically just like, all right, how do I have more Grammys than Will Smith, which is crazy, but the same amount of BET awards as Sam Smith, and
which is hilarious.
which is
A hilarious
crazy.
comparison.
But it's weird with Childish Gambino, right? For some reason, like I saw that clip and it did the complete opposite effect that what Jay-Z did when he said it, something similar, right? Like I thought I was gonna go on social media and see people like, yeah, I understand, that's crazy, but like people kind of
People don't fuck
don't
with him.
fuck with him. Like
People
I
don't
think they
fuck with
would
him.
have for some reason. Like I personally think he's hella talented. I think he makes some really good music. I think he's an incredible, film, TV
Producer.
producer.
actor.
Like he's an extremely talented dude.
People don't fuck with him. So
But-
I don't know that.
I
I'm a
don't know if
fan.
it's because of there was, I guess, who he's married to, or there was something where he's like, people feel like he denigrates like black women or something like. I don't know what it is, but I just started reading a bunch of theories about like people were just like not really fucking with Childish Gambino, and I think it's kind of
Because of what he said,
peculiar.
or it's because of his past?
I don't know. But
general.
what's his past though? Like what's his
People have-
past?
No, just like his,
where-
his career. Like I'm not saying like he got convicted or anything. It's like his career or his like musical choice or like what's the narrative that you've been seeing that's repetitive?
I'll say this, man. Like I could probably, and I'm just guessing here, but I feel like watching the BET Awards, the BET Awards are catered to a certain type of black people, in my opinion. And
What
for
type?
certain folks that like aren't in a specific sort of, that check off specific boxes for the BET Awards, like I'm almost surprised when they show up to the BET Awards. I'm like, oh snap,
Who's that?
Shabuzi's here? That's there. Oh, Childish Gambino's here? I didn't think that was gonna happen.
Why is Shabuzi not supposed to be there?
Yeah, why is not supposed to?
No, I'm just saying, like, for BET, mostly, like they don't play Childish Gambino music on. They don't play anybody's music on BET.
Well, it's not like he,
I'm like, they don't play music no more.
Like, they don't,
I mean, it's not like he was being honored. Like he was honoring Usher. Maybe
But-
Usher was the one that called him and said, like, "Yo, I think this would be dope."
for a dude that accomplished is what I'm saying, and for him to, really kind of be like, we always talk about how much our award should mean and how we should, preface this over the Grammy. Every time we get mad about the Grammys or the Oscars or whatever, and then like somebody of that stature, who I think he has some pretty lofty stature right now, comes and says what he says about the BET Awards. I mean, it does kind of make you like. Look at it a little differently.
How long has that been being said? Like, how long has that conversation
About him specifically, or just
No. Just in general of the nature of what he was talking about. Like that has been a moving narrative about how BET, the awards, they look in a different direction. They look in, certain pockets of like, why is that?
Well, I'll tell you this,
Why
right?
is that? Like this is nothing new.
I feel like, personally, the BET Awards obviously are always going to get more scrutiny because it's us, and we're always going to be more scrutinizing. We're going to scrutinize our own shit more than anybody. So I get that, but I think it's a thing just with BET in general, right? Like I think people always approach BET with a certain different look because it's not really black owned anymore. So like everything kind of
Beverly
gets
don't
looked
own
at. What?
Beverly, she's going.
No, BET has not been black known for quite some time. But it always gets looked at as with a certain side eyes. So because whatever they're putting on the screen, it's like, this is black entertainment. This is what we want you to see. And if you do a little digging and you see the person at the top of that food chain is some white dude, it does make you be like, what's that about? Like, how's that?
Well, who the fuck let that happen?
Well, I mean,
Well, Bob Johnson sold his shares a long time ago. I
When
think
did this
Deborah Lee
happen?
left. Stephen King. Is that his name? Stephen?
You mean the movie director?
Not Stephen King.
I was gonna say
Stephen Hill.
the
Sorry.
writer,
The writer?
the books, the scary
Wrong
books.
Stephen.
I ain't know Stephen had equity in BET.
Imagine Stephen King was black. Imagine like the type of horror movies and books.
And books that he'd be writing.
If Stephen King was
Everything,
a
just be-
it'd
it
be
just
all
be-
the titles, but at the end it'll be in the hood.
It's just Jordan Peele. That's all it is. Jordan
I
Peele.
guess.
It's literally just Jordan
that's
Peele.
actually really funny.
I'd watch
just
Black
Jordan
Stephen
Hill.
King is
Jordan
Jordan
Peele.
Peele.
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele is just
That's
black
funny.
Stephen King.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, I
Jordan
guess.
Peele. That's it.
Yeah.
He came in disguise.
Yeah, it's just Jordan Peele.
He's like,
What
they're not gonna think it's as good if it's just some old white guy.
I have no idea what Stephen King looks like. He could be
He
a
looks
nigga
like
from
an
Harlem.
old
Does he have like
white
glasses?
guy.
Does he have like glasses?
Yes, he looks like
Yeah.
an old white guy,
He has glasses.
grayish hair.
Yep.
Oh man. But anyway,
Short,
all right,
yeah.
perfect example, right? Like a dude, like how would white people react? if they looked up one day and it was like Stephen King looked like Lowkey. It was like, this is the man that's been writing. They'd feel some type of way. Just like how most other black folks feel type of way when they look up and see who's calling the shots over at BET and it's some old white dude.
Okay, so what are you gonna do about it?
I mean, there's not much you could do about it. You
It's
could
like, all
just-
right, well,
it just makes you look at things a little differently. It makes you look at when Donald Glover has something to say about his involvement in black entertainment, and this is supposed to be the pinnacle of black entertainment
Right.
in America. And at least-
Right message,
at least he
wrong
gives a
person to
fuck.
deliver it.
Is he the wrong person?
People don't fuck with. I love him, but people don't fuck with him.
But I don't know why. It is weird, right? Because I'm looking at like nominations or anything like that, right? Sam Smith and him both do have Sam Smith has 2 nominations, 1 win from the BET Awards.
That's crazy. That
right?
makes sense.
And then Charles
remember the first
Gambino has 4 but 2 wins. Both are just from This Is America, and they're both videos. I'm surprised.
so he has more. He has more than Sam Smith.
He has
Basically,
one win,
right?
no?
So he lied.
Yeah, but my thing is also like, you guys remember the project he came out with, Awaken My Love?
yes.
He didn't get anything for that at all.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And that was like a big project.
Redbone
Didn't he
was
get
on that.
nominated
Redbone
for a
was on?
Grammy with that?
Redbone was
Yeah.
on that.
I think he won it.
Stay woke.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, that is weird that.
I mean, it just depends on the committee. Like, if you're a part of that committee, just like the Grammy committee, like,
True.
it's who you asking.
I think the conversation wasn't so much about the committee and who makes these decisions. I think the conversation was more about him and a dude that accomplished at that age in music and film and TV and all this type of stuff and acting. And, I give him props for at least giving a fuck about the BET Awards, so at least make a stink about it. A lot of people just don't even fucking go or don't give it the attention. And
I wouldn't expect him to go.
We got an album to promote, so not to
and a
knock
movie.
him, but
It was just that too.
Yeah.
But,
That's the main
you know what I'm
point.
saying? Like,
Oh, he has an album to promote?
he's dropping a new album.
You gotta be visible.
So it kind of goes hand in hand.
I think the music is off the new movie. What was it called?
Yeah,
Be
exactly.
visible, bro. Like, all right, cool. We got the biggest night in Black history or Black entertainment. Cool. Let me show my ass up. Usher wants me to do something for his tribute. Let me show my ass up. Cool. Visible.
No, he was presenting an award for like
No,
best
he
music.
did a tribute for Usher.
He did both.
He did both.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did both.
yeah. I
So
just
it's
think
like, I get it.
I just think it's peculiar, man. Like the dude created one of the best Black TV shows of the past like decade, and people kind of look at him like, whatever, nigga.
Yeah,
Like,
what's up with that?
That's why he
I forgot
said,
about that
do I
too.
need to do a baby boy?
Yeah, basically. I just think it's peculiar. That's all.
I
Like,
think
I
it's
just think
fine.
it's.
There
He's
has to
basically
be a
saying, is
reason.
Atlanta not black enough for you?
No, he's not saying that.
Listen.
He said,
I mean-
am I not black enough?
Yeah.
That's
That's
what
what I
he
took
said.
But they,
from it.
but
That's
they're
what
always
he said.
giving him that narrative.
He's not
though.
saying Atlanta's black. Like the show, that shit is
show.
black
That's what I'm
as fuck.
saying, but
That shit is black as fuck. It's the
and he
nuances.
created that
it's-
joint
so
Yeah,
then why
leave
would
it
he
to the
say,
tutor.
do I have to do a baby boy?
Because they've always
See,
given him that narrative.
that was tongue in
That was a
cheek.
BET joke.
That
so
was
they-
tongue in cheek.
They show a lot of Baby Boy.
Yeah.
I don't think they show
That
Baby
was-
Boy as much as they used to.
I don't even watch
they
BET
they
like
caught
that.
on. Yeah, when's the last time you actually like sat and watched some BET
I
TV?
don't watch TV there. I watch Netflix, Apple TV. I'm not turning on basic cable.
I love that he said Apple TV.
What's
I mean,
a
I
lot
watch
of
the
Netflix?
award. I watch like the Grammys, BET Awards, all the other like VMAs. But outside of that, I'm not watching.
I've
Did you watch
watched
the
all of
first
Netflix.
presidential debate?
I did watch the presidential debate.
I didn't, but I saw the clips.
I feel like that's just the most normal thing now. Most people
What?
just watch
I
clips
just
now.
watched
That's the
clip.
highlight reel.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
what I
it.
need to watch the whole
Yeah.
thing
You don't
for?
need to watch the
I'm
whole
not
thing.
watching that shit.
Realistically.
America's a fucking joke.
Who are
anyway.
you guys voting for this year?
Let's talk about something else.
Come on.
I don't.
One nigga's senile. The other nigga is talking about his golf stats. Like this is
You
America.
know, at this rate,
This
I
is
don't know who he's
America.
talking about still. He's still
Like this
talking
is
about
America.
the
Like
same
this is what
person.
we got to choose from.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my whole thing is like,
Yeah,
how did we
alright.
end up with two old white guys again?
But that's
That's
Like,
what,
that
that's
was
what
every
it's been.
year.
Like, but
It's every,
always that.
it's
for
always
most
that.
of your 20s, for most of our 20s,
Old white men.
we had a black guy twice, a white lady, and then it was back. Like, I thought we were like, by the time we got to Hillary,
you thought America was going to be progressive?
shame on me. shame on me for thinking.
Definitely shame on you
I was
based on
like,
how this
all right,
country has moved
we're
over the
gonna
last
get-
decade.
I thought we were just gonna get presidents that look more and more like what our country looks like. I thought we was gonna get a Mexican president, a freaking Puerto
Hell no.
Rican president, a black president, an Asian president.
the fuck?
I
Niggas
thought-
ain't a
at least
gumbo pot?
candidates. At least candidates, right? Like Andrew Yang ran for a little bit. I thought he had a little run, you know. But like old white guys again,
Money
winning
and power, baby. That's all it is. Money and power.
insane to me.
I don't care. I still think Trump is hilarious.
Yeah, you would.
He's funny. He's like a SNL
It's
character.
getting old. It's getting old now.
But that's who
It's
he
getting,
is.
I understand, but it's getting old.
like not like us old or like.
you gotta ask Kaz on
See
that
how
one.
eventually it gets a little frustrating.
This nigga has
to
a
see that,
vendetta against that record, bro.
I
We've been talking
don't,
about this
man.
shit
My
for like
God,
last
sorry.
3
Don't-
weeks.
Oh my
Don't-
god! And the video gotta come out soon
Don't
too.
tell
Sorry,
me.
that's like
When
that
did that
guy.
video come out?
I'm not gonna lie.
Nah,
that might,
they're not gonna
that
make a
might
video.
be crazy.
That might
made a
be.
video.
That's gonna
That
be
might be
sick.
crazy.
They
And then
better
do a
not have a
remix?
video, bro.
I would hate if
Have
they
you
did
not been on
if they
Twitter
did a
the last 2
remix. That'd be
weeks?
tight.
Yeah,
I'm
they
never
definitely-
on
they made a
Twitter.
video.
But you're making TikTok videos, so you could. It's on TikTok as
So
well.
what? I'm never on it. I use the
That's
app
all
and I
right. So
close
that's
the
the
app.
first. That's the first thing you miss. You see the Trump debate, right? You saw clips from the Trump debate, right?
Yeah.
You saw clips from the BET Awards, right?
Yeah.
You saw clips from the Pop Out show, right? So you just
No,
happened.
I watched the Pop Out show.
Okay, so you just happened to miss that
Gotcha.
gap when they were filming in LA,
Yeah.
or in Compton for about
Correct.
3 days straight.
Yep, missed it.
Yeah.
Completely.
So Rosie, knowing that you're just finding out they're also making a music video
That's a
for
lot.
it.
Yeah. What do you mean?
It's a lot, right?
Oh, now it's a lot because so now it's a lot because someone's making they're making a video for a song that went number one.
No. The video isn't a lot. A remix
Like,
would
what
be
are we
crazy.
talking about?
They
yeah,
just
right.
turned the
Dog.
Pop Out show into the
You
video.
gotta understand,
No, they
Rosie.
did it. They
I
filmed-
said they could have.
They might use footage, but
God
there's
damn, listen.
Thank you, Rosie.
Pay
Thank
attention.
you.
For what? I don't give a fuck. I don't watch music videos like that. Unless it's a song I really
You're
want to
missing
see the
my
video
you're
to.
missing my point. What I'm saying to you is that was a big topic of conversation after the concert.
Okay, you guys know I'm not on Twitter like that. Are you surprised?
You
I'm
are
not
not
surprised. I'm just saying.
But you catch everything else that's on Twitter but that.
Maybe I catch it from other places, Lo.
TikTok,
Maybe it's not Twitter.
Instagram, like that's all.
Yeah, well,
it's
that
all
wasn't in my
there.
algorithm. I'm fucking sorry. What do you want me to do?
Okay.
Yeah, I want your algorithm, Rosie, because I feel like I saw every scene from behind the scenes.
Hey, bro.
That
Like it was
I'm
all
like-
laid
I'm like,
out in front of us.
They timelined it from the corner store.
But you guys are
to
on
the
Twitter.
backyard. Yeah, of course. I'm on it.
I'm not.
I'm
There's
on
shit
the
on
X app.
Instagram that I don't have any interest in, and it still hits my timeline. There's shit on TikTok that I don't give a fuck about.
That's what you
and
think.
it still hits my. Yeah, that's what I know.
My shit is dogs and probably sneakers or workouts.
There's a lot of shit
That
that
somehow
hits.
makes sense.
That
No, that
does
makes-
seem
that
like your
makes sense,
algorithm,
yeah.
yo. Dogs and
Yeah,
sneakers.
yeah,
dog sneakers and
That
workout
tracks.
videos.
Maybe that tracks.
There you go.
That tracks.
My algorithm is rap and wrestling clips.
I think Lowe's is
That
steak
believes
and
it.
hip hop.
Huh?
Yours is probably steak and hip hop.
I was gonna say steak. How to cook steak?
Is it not?
Steak and hip hop.
Probably.
Why would it be
bunch of-
steak and hip hop?
You don't like watching people cook
Sounds like a
steaks?
fucking
Dog, do you
restaurant.
remember when we looked at
It's
Key Glock's
cats.
Explore page?
It's hip
I don't
hop.
like the cookie line.
When he came on the show and I was like, "What's your?" Because he don't follow anyone. I was like, "So what's your Explore page look like?" And it was like a plant, a gun, and a car.
That's hilarious.
Wait, what?
You don't remember when we had Key Glock on the show and he showed us his Explore page?
Oh yeah.
And he was like, he was like, I don't follow nobody. This is a plant, a gun, a car. It was
Well, nah. Instagram for me is like I just use that for clips, like for our show, for rap, for Rap Life, promoting shit. Like
And
I'm
steak.
not
I
scrolling
hate
Instagram
the
every
Instagram
day, like-
algorithm is
No, it's gotten
awful,
so
bro.
shitty.
Yeah,
Like-
TikTok is way more fun for me.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'll watch one video. I'll like one video about parenthood. Whole algorithm,
Yeah.
babies, fatherhood, black
Yo.
man.
It's
You're
manipulation.
doing well.
Girl dad.
Girl dad. It's all this shit.
Did
I'm
you
like,
see my story
golly.
last night? I looked up one French artist, one, and on Spotify and Apple,
mad
all I got
bonjour,
was
beaucoup.
just a bunch of French rappers. I'm like, I'm not that
Oui, oui.
interested.
But that's
No
how. But
filter.
no, I mean that's how. That's how
Would
it
you like
works.
to go
Though.
to
Oui,
Paris, Rosie?
Bonjour.
That's how it works though. Once you
like
watch
the
something
passport?
and it's right
Do
there.
you have your shots?
Like,
Oh boy, come
I
on!
like the one-
Can we go
one
one
rapper.
episode without R. Kelly? One
America.
episode.
yeah, like he
Only if we could go one without
Was
Drake.
that R. Kelly's last hit?
I don't really.
Kind
we're
of,
not
yeah.
doing this.
That might have
Yeah,
been
we're
Kel's
not-
last,
nah,
Which
last
one?
smash.
We're not doing this.
Do you have your passport?
That was
Do
sick.
you have your shots?
I didn't believe that was a real video when I saw it too.
That's a sick man.
I thought that was fake. I thought that was a fake ass
Let
video.
that cook. How did people let that man cook for so
You
long,
have
yo?
your passport.
Life.
Man said, "Have you?"
No, she's 15.
Have you
I'm
been
glad
immunized for
I'm glad I don't know that
measles?
song.
You don't know the
I'm glad I don't know that song.
You don't need to know that song.
Thank you, thank
Trust
you,
me.
thank you.
Trust me.
I'm so glad I don't know.
Wait,
I'm
that's
so
a great.
glad
I love that you said that. Speaking of America, it's 4th of July today when this episode comes out.
Happy birthday, America!
Right?
America.
We free.
You gotta say like Randy.
Sort of.
America.
Let me tell you something, man. America, me and you, we've had our ups and downs. I'll tell you.
Mostly downs.
Mostly downs. Mostly downs. It's been, it was
For me. Speaking for me.
Why are you giving a speech? Why are you giving a speech to the
to
country?
America?
But listen, man.
They're not gonna see it, Kaz.
I gotta tell you, America's
right.
gonna see. America's not gonna see this clip.
Hey, Kaz, they're
What
not
are you?
slow.
They might.
What are you dedicating
Listen,
to America right now?
we've been through a lot, right? It's hard to be patriotic, man. I be wanting to be patriotic, but every time I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Oh, debate happens. We got an old senile member for the country. Niggas
Black
get died
jobs.
every day.
What?
Like, it's bad. It's bad, right? It's hard to wave the stars and stripes sometimes, man.
Bro, where the Glizzies?
But this is
where
a
the
good
Glizzies
year.
At? Where the Glizzies at?
The only yes,
That's
this,
all I care about.
This summer,
Where the Glizzies at?
you got 2 months to be patriotic for 2 moments. One, 4th of July, right? Glizzies, fireworks, grills,
Glizzies.
beer, warm weather,
said it
beach. It's all good.
And
It's the
Glizzy.
only thing that's good about America is the 4th of July. And the second thing that's good about America, is the Olympic basketball team. That's the only
God.
time. That's
You
the
lost
only
me
time
there
I'm
so
wearing
fast.
the stars.
Boo.
I'm wearing the
You
stripes.
lost me on that
I'm
one,
go-
bro.
He tried
You
to-
lost me on
Yeah,
that.
all right.
He tried to
Nothing
strike
makes
a
me feel-
chord.
Yeah, like lost me on that.
All right.
I thought he was going somewhere
Trying to
like
strike a
this
chord.
chaotic or whatever.
Wait,
This nigga
ain't
said
you
the Olympic.
tired?
Yeah, like this
Listen.
nigga said the
It went-
Olympic
it went-
basketball. I
it
ain't
went
know
Olympic
nothing
to
fuck
Olympic
about that.
basketball?
Nothing makes me feel more
Right, like-
patriotic than LeBron James dunking on some 5'10" Lithuanian kid and establishing dominance around the world.
Just say you want to talk about basketball. Just say you want to talk about basketball.
As soon as you get the gold medal, I'm good. We could go back to, you know what I mean, fist up, all that.
You know
Change
what? You
America.
know what the Olympic
But
team is gonna come out to?
What?
Not like us.
They not like us. They
Dun,
not
dun,
like
dun,
us.
dun.
Nigga hates that.
Absolutely.
Nigga
Nigga
hates that record.
My fault. I don't love it as much as Low does. So I don't got the PG Lang tattoo on my chest.
Nigga hates that record.
I'm just saying,
Nigga
yo.
hates that record.
Y'all remember when Live La Vida Loca was out and that shit was on everything? It was on the Flintstones. Vida Loca on the Flintstones. Vida
Yeah,
Loca.
that's usually what happens when a popular record breaks.
Dog, did you ghostwrite the
Steam.
song? Like, am I like?
I really like the song.
I
Though,
like,
too.
yo, I like the
Bro,
song.
I want
all right,
writing
but
credit.
Low trying to pretend like it's not
How many
getting
times
played
when we
to
start
death is crazy.
talking about the record? I'm like, yo, this is why it's getting played. This is the reasons. This is the thing. Like,
Yeah.
okay, we get that. Like, we get it. You think it's annoying? It's getting overplayed. All right, I like the record. I know you like the record. Okay, like we're gonna talk in circles.
Dog, I was talking about the Olympics
Low,
and
fuck 'em
Glizzies.
up.
You brought it back.
I don't know why.
No, because who said that? What they gonna come out to? You said that.
You said that, Rosie.
Rosie said that. That's why I wasn't. That's the only reason why I
Because
said
this is what I'm
it.
gonna do. I'm gonna talk to Cass
That's
and
the
nothing
reason
but
why I
they not
said it.
like us lyrics for the rest of the episode.
Bro, like,
You think the bacon let you disrespect pop nigga?
I'm gonna go be in West
nigga Cass is like, all right, bro. Yo, you talking too tough to drink right now. Chill out,
Yo,
bro.
I don't give a fuck, man. Like, trust me. This is a conversation about songs that get played to death, especially when you like them.
Cass.
We talked about this shit 2 weeks ago. We get it.
Cass.
It's getting played a lot.
Cass,
All right.
Ain't
It's-
you tired?
Yeah, ain't you tired? Yo, we get it,
Strike
bro.
a chord.
Yo,
And it's probably
yo,
my
let's see if we can go. Let's see if we can go 10 minutes without
Please, yo,
pissing this
please.
nigga off with the record. Let's see if we can go 10 minutes without talking about the record and pissing him off.
Oh man.
This nigga's.
I think we have gone every week with either talking about R. Kelly or They Not Like Us.
Well, I'll
No,
tell you
that's
this,
Cass.
man.
Cass
I'll
loves
tell you.
Bring
Or
on Kelly.
Drake. If we could come here one day and not mention
It's
Drizzy,
never gonna happen.
I
It's never
want
gonna
to.
happen. It's never gonna happen, right? Like Drake and Kendrick,
that's the point.
they are
Like, that's
pillars
just
of
what it is.
the culture.
Like,
I
They
can't
are-
believe
when
you
they
just
do
said
stuff, they will be the topic of
What?
conversation.
it's 4th of July and Olympic basketball. That's the two
Like that.
patriotic.
Those
So 4th of
That's
July.
the times I
Hold
feel
on,
the
hold
most
on.
patriotic in
Okay,
this
I got a
country.
question.
Yes.
Growing
I
up,
don't
what
So
feel
you only feel
patriotic.
patriotic every 4 years?
Yes.
That's
Absolutely.
pretty interesting,
Absolutely.
actually. I'm not
I don't
gonna
feel
lie.
patriotic when I go to vote.
World
I'm just
Cup-
like,
World Cup
I'm like, all
vibes.
right, I guess I gotta. What? The
So what
only
do you
time,
feel like- so
the
when you-
only time I ever felt good about voting was when I voted for Obama in college.
That's right.
That was literally the only time.
So you're
Wait,
not
only
gonna feel. So
once?
this November,
every other time I went to vote,
you're
I'm just like, oh.
you're
I've never felt patriotic. Is that
neither
weird?
have I.
See, there you go.
Ever.
More than once in 4 years is better than never.
But let that
ever.
Dominican Independence Day walk around.
Oh, my
Let
God.
Dominican Day parade go- What is that?
That's racist.
What is that?
That's
not-
hella
Because
racist.
what is that?
That's hella racist.
Is that racist?
That
was more like
because, you weren't even
I
saying.
just want-
You weren't even saying
no,
real
no,
words.
everybody give
That
me
was
chance,
hella
give me
racist.
chance.
Yeah. Okay.
What is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. What is that?
What is that?
Hey, I loop it.
Kaz on the low is like one of the most. Kaz is like one of the most underrated racist people I've ever.
Underrated racism?
Underrated racist people I've ever met. Like
He watches
does,
too much
yo,
South
he
Park,
does
bro.
it so subtly where
That's
it's
what it
like,
I'm the
is.
Joe Johnson of racists.
yeah, I'm like, bro, like you know what
South
you,
Park got you comfortable.
but it doesn't come off as like high
This
key.
isn't racist, by the way.
What is that?
This is just a
hella
What is that?
You think that's
And
racist?
at the music,
What is
at the
that?
little
Like,
jingle.
what is that?
At
He's
the jingle.
grooving.
Don't forget the jingle.
Like,
What is
bro, he's
this?
talking in triple tongue, and then he does this, like,
That's the horns. That's the horns.
That's
from
hella.
the song.
horns?
What horns?
The horns from the song.
Nah, they
you know
be
the
horns,
song.
come on.
That's hella racist.
Rosie, act like you don't know the song I'm talking about.
I don't know what song you're talking
I don't
about.
even think that's real.
What song is
Yeah,
that?
that's not even a real song. That's
Yo.
racist. That's racist.
What song is that?
Yeah, please tell us.
You know
racist.
the song, yo.
What's the song?
I mean,
You
he's
know the
he's just
song.
going for any merengue.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
That's
Like,
what-
Yo,
any
I'm
melody
mad
that he
at
can
it.
be like,
Don't
that's racist.
He
That's
didn't
racist.
sit
Don't
down in the
leave me
chair and
out
go,
here.
"Oh, I hate
Right.
Asians."
He would have
Like,
been better
did.
off saying suavemente.
And
Yeah,
then
there
I
you
was
go.
like, all right, cool. I
See, now that would have been
But you,
racist.
Well, we
I-
would've understood.
Is that really
I would have
racist?
understood it, but you making up melodies like,
Just
like that's rape.
That's a real song.
That's okay.
What song is it?
Why do I low-key hear it?
I feel like I hear it too.
Song, yo. I've heard
I
this
don't
song.
hear this shit.
Why I low-key hear it in
You
my
know
head?
the song I'm talking about,
Hold on,
Rosy.
do it again.
Just because I don't know the
Without the,
words.
all right, okay. Without the, like, you know, stop doing it. Like,
I kinda
if you
hear it.
don't do the dance, I'm not gonna call you racist. If you just say it, then it's like, oh,
No,
okay.
you gotta do the dance, or else I think it's
song.
racist.
That's
I kind of hear
You know
it.
the song I'm talking
That's
about.
like, yo,
trying to think.
that's like going to Chick-fil-A and they say, yo, pick your sauce. And his nigga says, all right, I'm gonna just pick the dance. I'm gonna add racism to my order.
Let me get a side of racism.
That's gonna be the side of
Sir,
racism.
that's gonna be
This is
$2
not
extra.
racist.
Add the extra 79 cents.
Kaz likes like animated shit. Like y'all remember Moe's?
Yes.
I bet you he used to walk in there just so they could be like, "Welcome to
Whoa.
Moe's," and he
What
just
the
walk
fuck is
out.
Moe's?
Like, cause he's you never been there?
What's,
Oh, like
what
the
is
girl?
Moe's?
It's no, it was like a
I thought you
like
meant like the
a
Simpsons
Tex-Mex,
It's like a fake
Spot.
Chipotle.
Oh.
but they yell like
Yeah.
they sing when you.
Oh, I didn't know they sing in there.
I was like,
Moe's?
Kaz,
sing in
Where's
there?
that? That's in New
they
York?
used to
I
like
know
when
that.
you walk in, they're like, "Welcome to
That's here?
Moe's," or like when you're leaving.
No,
the
that's in
city.
like South. That's like Southwest type shit, right?
Was
yeah.
like Charlotte?
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
sounds
yeah.
You
But
know
then
what?
Kaz likes animated shit like that, where I feel like he would just walk in
No,
there
he has animated.
just to hear the little music, the
He
little
has
jingle,
animated racism.
and
Listen.
He's animated
And
racism.
leave.
You ever been to Crumble,
This
Kaz?
isn't
Yeah,
racism. This is just me
it's-
not knowing. My merengue discography is extremely limited.
I
I
wonder what
imagine.
I know
song
the
that
beat.
is.
I do.
I feel like if I
It
Shazam
does
that
all
joint,
sound
it'll pop
very
right-
similar.
If you Shazam yourself,
How are you gonna Shazam yourself like talking in tongues?
Let me ask the
They're gonna
the
be
new
like, "I'm
Google app,
sorry,
you know?
sir."
If he, yo, listen, okay.
Hold on,
If
here we go.
he does it,
Watch
and
this,
Shazam
watch this,
picks
watch
a
this.
song, they're racist too.
This is not how Shazam works, bro.
That's not how Shazam works.
Watch.
No
Play-
results.
It says play, sing, or hum a song. Wait for
You're
it.
not humming. You're like tick 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 tick.
Why you do the same thing but lower?
He's trying to hide the racism.
I got to dance with it.
They can't see you.
Welcome to
It gives it more
Moe's.
effort. All right, boom. Okay.
Welcome to Mo.
Welcome to Moe's.
We're losing all our Spanish followers today.
Like,
Nah.
It's not gonna pick up because I keep talking.
This is
God
well,
damn
that's
it.
why-
See, no
that's
match
why
found.
it's not
because it's not a real song.
Real song, damn it. It's a real song.
Not a
and
fucking
honestly,
real
if it
song.
came up with something, I'd be
Someone in the
like,
comments is
He
gonna be
said-
like, "Oh, I know that song."
He said if you guys weren't
Oh, he
talking, you would have
means-
told me the song. No,
No,
I
nigga,
was
if you
never
knew the
going to.
lyrics, then yeah, they could tell you the song.
The crazy thing is, I kind of hear it.
talking-
bro.
I hear it though. That's why
I
I'm
hear
like,
it.
I can
I'm trying to
hear
think
it.
of what
I
it-
definitely can hear
I'm
when
going
he's
to
trying to
find
reference.
this song and then I will play it on the next
Ba, ba,
episode,
ba, da.
the next taping, and y'all, I'll
I'm
be
thinking because
vindicated.
I think I know what it is.
Vindicated for your racism.
I think I know what it is.
heard you. Heard you.
Kaz, before we go, can you go through every trade that just went on in the last like 24
Every what?
hours?
Oh
Every
wow!
trade.
So NBA offseason just got kicked
I think
off.
you said train. I'm like,
Me
It was
too. I
train.
heard it. I said,
Train.
goddamn.
Oh yeah, okay.
Lots of movement in the NBA. Klay Thompson went to Dallas Mavericks. Mikal Bridges to the New York Knicks. Paul George to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Which are
But
you?
all that pales in comparison to the Los
Nepotism.
Angeles Lakers
Nepotism.
drafting Bronny James
Wait,
at number
wait.
55.
Before you get there, because I
What's
know
up?
that's like the most obvious one. Which one were you the most?
I'm shocked.
Which one are you all three most excited about and most disappointed about?
All three of us.
I mean,
Yeah.
obvious.
Not as a unit, but like individually.
I'm just waiting for the Not Like Us video.
Shock.
L.A. Lakers.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
You know?
Bronny gonna come out to that.
Yeah, nah. Honestly, like none of this is shocking anymore. I mean, Paul George went to the Sixers. You know, like Cass said, Clay's on Dallas. That backcourt's gonna be stupid.
I think that's a really good move for
That's
Clay.
that's a very good move.
He's gonna get a lot of open shots.
Who did they trade him for?
He
It was like a
left as
sign-in.
free agent. Oh,
Yeah,
sign and trade. Was
yeah,
a sign and trade.
sign
It was
and
sign
trade.
and
So nobody
They-
left?
Nobody left.
Oh,
But
that's
they got like
gonna
some
be
pieces or whatever. But goddamn, I think Paul George on the Sixers make them tough. Jason Tatum signed a $1 gazillion deal. Like they got the whole team together. That's gonna be tough. Mikal Bridges.
Did Brown re-up?
Nah, but Jason Tatum got like $320 million. Now he has like Brown had the highest contract in the
he
NBA.
got
it.
Now Tatum has the highest contract in NBA
okay.
history. So it's like $1 billion like starting lineup or something like that.
And then y'all got Mikal
Mikal Bridges, who I like a lot, Villanova guy, borderline all-star for the past couple of years. I think he fits in, but you lose Isaiah Hartenstein, which I think Hurts is going to probably
He
get
went
hurt the next
to
Oklahoma City Thunder,
yeah.
which I think is probably quietly the best move of the offseason.
That's going to hurt y'all a little bit, though.
Yeah. Isaiah Hartenstein was really good, but I think they'll find
another piece.
You could find 7 points and 8 rebounds a game somewhere else.
Well, no, I only say that because he was really catching his stride towards like the end of the playoffs.
Oh, for sure.
So that's why.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But you know,
did you see that Westbrook had a $4 million option for the Clippers?
Yeah.
Only $4 million?
Yeah.
For Russell Westbrook?
The Lakers, man, they put that man's value in the toilet.
That sucks, dude.
As soon as he went over there, he was like, I just want to play.
But PG got over 50?
Yeah. I mean, listen, man. Paul George is a guy who has played with all-stars everywhere. Like, he's never been on a team where he just had to be like the man, right? Like, but, you know, Indy, he had some pieces. Oklahoma City, he had some pieces. LA, he had some pieces. Now in Philly, he has some pieces again. But it's all about health with them, man. Like, obviously, Sixers are as talented as anybody.
They just got to stay healthy.
But if Embiid is limping around by the time it's April and May, they ain't going nowhere. Just like the last 4 or 5 years. If he's limping around in April and May, he ain't going nowhere. I hate to tell you, it'd be the same story in LA where Kawhi is limping around April and May. It'd be the same story in Oklahoma City. Health is the name of the game with the Sixers. So we'll see how that goes. I think the Knicks are going to be tough again. I think Mikal Bridges is like a hand and glove fit for that team. I think keeping Anunoby was huge. Randall coming back healthy is going to make them huge. They just got to go and find a big man to back up Mitch and replace Hartenstein. It's going to be difficult, but I think they got enough talent to, you know, still be one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. But the Lakers, LeBron offers to take a pay cut to
bring in
sign
some more utility,
big players, and all those big players said, "Nah, I'm good."
PJ, you went to Philly.
James Harden stayed in LA.
Clay
had an opportunity to sign.
They were offering him what, 80 over 4?
Clay could have got a $50 million deal to go to the Lakers, and he took $30 million to go to Dallas.
But they were offering him 80.
It was a $30 million difference. I don't know what the exact number was.
That's what I saw. I might be wrong, but I think
I might be wrong on the exact number, but I just know like
it was a $30 like
he took less to go to Dallas.
So it was like a $30 million difference between.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think it was 80.
He probably like, get me the fuck out of Cali.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But all right, so let's talk about it, man. Splash Brothers breaking up. You know what I mean? Like that's
the Fat Boys breakup.
Now this.
I mean, like
every day you wake up.
I mean, like you gotta look at it like they have 4 together.
Yeah. It's kind of all Draymond's fault, right? Like Draymond kind of fucked this up a little bit.
I mean, Draymond's getting older.
Yeah.
Steph is getting older.
More cantankerous and less like
Clay's legs are fresh.
Yeah.
And I think when you have a team like Dallas with the weapons that they have, I think the stress and dependency is a little bit more off of him now.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I can run the floor without being dependent. I can, have an off night and Kyrie and Luka do what they do, or all 3 of us can get our shit off. And I think that's a little bit more comfortable for him. And I think the money obviously wasn't an issue. And I think the money wasn't. I think the money was a big issue. I think the Warriors were like, Well, I remember he said like, I think there was something between him and Steph Curry where he was like, I don't want you advocating for me, for them, for the front office to pay me.
Well,
I wanted them to do it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I see where he's coming from.
Yeah, I get it.
He shouldn't have to advocate for a guy who was
helped you win 4 championships.
Right? The one thing I saw a lot in the NBA Finals is Luka and Kyrie getting double teamed a lot and kicking it out to people who were just shooting bricks, who was just airball.
So now you have a fucking weapon.
You replace those people that were shooting bricks with one of the greatest standstill shooters we've ever seen.
Who doesn't need to put the ball on the floor.
Just catch and let it go.
Off screens.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think Dallas is going to be tough. But the Bronny conversation is super interesting. Now, I got a question for you guys, all right?
Mm-hmm.
On the way in here, they were doing LeBron's son's press conference.
Yeah, I was watching.
And LeBron's son is going to wear number 9 this year.
Dedicated to Juice WRLD.
Do you know why?
The reason was, he says, Juice WRLD has been a big part of me keeping calm. So yeah, just paying homage to him, especially because he passed.
Yeah.
You're LeBron James Jr., dog. You're LeBron James Jr.,
one of his
bro.
numbers.
And you're paying homage to Juice WRLD. God bless him. Incredible
What's the
rapper.
problem?
Hate that he passed soon. You're LeBron James Jr.
Remember when
He's 19,
remember when Carmelo's
bro.
son
You
said,
ain't-
Wait.
remember when Carmelo's son said his favorite player
Yeah.
was Paul George?
But I understand that.
Well, what is the problem?
I understand Paul George being your favorite player.
Kaz, what's the problem?
Brother,
What?
you ain't... Do
Yes,
I gotta
we
be
do.
the bad guy right here?
Yes.
Do I have to be the bad
You
guy?
assume the position
Yes.
every episode.
Yes.
So let's keep the ball rolling. Stay in character.
Juice WRLD, wild talented. Wild talented. Probably one of the
But-
best freestyles I've ever seen.
However-
But-
Here it comes.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, what's good? Yeah,
And please make it one sentence that we can understand.
yeah. We don't
Don't
even
make me
go- let's
rewind
go-
this
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, let's get to it.
He raps very openly about his drug addictions.
Yeah.
And he died with a
Well,
drug
he didn't want to
overdose.
get caught, so he had to swallow them. I understand.
There wasn't no weed carrier that's supposed to take that charge.
Hold on. Okay.
I'm saying.
All right. Hold
And
on,
that's the person you...
Hold on. Hold on.
No disrespect.
I don't know.
No
I
disrespect.
don't know where.
All I'm saying is like,
Hold
if I'm LeBron James Sr., I'm like, you sure you don't want to rethink that? Just a little bit.
He's 19.
I get he's 19, bro.
Everybody, calm down.
All right.
Okay. I understand.
That's as far as I'm taking it, bro.
Yeah,
Is there anything else
don't take
I'm
any further. Don't take any
saying?
further. Don't take any further. Don't take any further. Kaz, I understand where you're coming from.
I understand too, Cass.
And I understand where you're coming from. However,
You just not gonna acknowledge me?
I don't know what you said. So I don't know where you
I
coming
mean, she's
from.
the one who said what I was thinking.
Okay.
We were all thinking it.
let's not do judge and jury.
I'm not.
Let me.
I said I followed up. I would've done the
Let
same
me just
thing.
get this off real quick. Kid
I'm
is
not
19.
doing
At
life
this
in
point,
prison.
kid's 19 years old. Heavy influence by the drugs in the music,
Right.
around his environment. Totally understand that. There are worse artists that a lot of these NBA players look up to,
Yeah.
or co-sign, or gravitate towards, or hang around, or engage with. Engage. So the nitpicking and the looking at someone funny can't start now.
I don't think that's what he's saying.
No, I'm not saying he's saying that, but it's like there's been a lot of other worse artists that these NBA players have stood next to, co-signed, recited their lyrics, put their shit up on Instagram, Twitter, this, that, and third, hung out with. It's been a lot worse. To Eden's point, yeah, there might be parts of Juice WRLD's career where Bronny might fall in line with, or may have some sort of a relation with. I clearly, I don't think it's drug and the abuse, addiction. God bless his soul. But I think there are certain parts of his career where him and Bronny might be aligned, and aesthetically, it just doesn't. It doesn't look like. It could have been a.
Fam.
It could be other people. But I get it. Like, I'm not like these kids listen to these
got
niggas
a
like
Lakers jersey.
I was just
on
gonna
your
say, I'm not gonna lie.
chest because of yo daddy. Point blank. Period. And I
What does
get
that
it.
have- but what
We've
does that
had
have to do- but what does
episodes
that have to
here-
do with his music
We've had
selection?
episodes here when we've talked about the effects of young fans losing so many artists at a young age, right?
Right.
Like, I felt like that generation, which probably Bronny falls into, that Gen Zer sort of, kids, lost Juice WRLD, Triple X,
Pop
Mac
Smoke.
Miller, Nipsey, all these people. Like, and I'm probably forgetting a ton of
those
other.
but all those deaths are different circumstances.
So I understand. I'm just saying, I understand how the passing of an artist could affect the kid,
Yeah.
because we were all affected generations from artists that have passed. So I completely understand that. But I'm like, man, I wouldn't have went with that. I would have kept that to myself. Bro. I mean, shout out to
It's a
him
free
for
country.
being
He wasn't
out
gonna
there.
say it was because of his pops though.
I mean, he could have put the 6 upside down, make it a 9.
He's
now,
definitely
what I
not-
mean?
Hey.
Like,
He
I
was-
coulda
he
got
definitely
that.
could have said
Upside down,
that.
it's a 9.
No, I could have got that.
After
Right.
Drake got his ass whooped? Nah, I wouldn't do that.
So you're telling me.
I'm gonna do my stuff.
So you're telling me
I'm joking. Stop.
it's tougher.
Just stop. Don't
say-
Why you trolling like a hoe?
To say this number was inspired by. Nah, because you said it. Nah, we gonna stay
because
right.
I know.
We gonna stay right
I know
here.
it's so easy.
We gonna
It's
stay
so
right
easy
here.
to get you off that ledge.
We
bro.
gonna
Like,
stay
I'm
right
playing.
here.
Stop.
My God. Anyway, I'm
playing.
not.
I'm playing.
I'm not 19 years old. I'm not gonna judge that. I just thought it was peculiar. I'm like, damn. But anyway, last but certainly not least, I do just want to talk about just Bronny being on the Lakers. Now, listen, I've seen LeBron James Jr. play in high school.
His name is Bronny, bro.
No, his name is LeBron.
Junior shit. His name is Bronny.
I've seen Bronny James play in high school. He's very talented. Going into his senior year, you could kind of see the type of NBA player he was developing into. And that cardiac arrest that he suffered from the high school senior year into college was not insignificant. I think that was something that definitely withheld the production I think he would have had at USC, right?
Very much so.
Gets there, you know what I mean? He plays 20 minutes a game. You don't get... Not having that summer to prepare for your freshman year of college in basketball is super vital. And on top of that, you almost fucking died, right? I always was of the mindset that Bronny James will be an NBA player, but, you know, the means of how they got there, like, I wasn't totally mad at, right? Like, obviously people are going to cry nepotism and all this type of stuff, but it's like, listen, the great thing about all this is that the NBA is a meritocracy. Like, you can get into the league, you can get a job, but eventually you're going to have to guard somebody, and somebody's going to have to guard you. If you are good at your job, you will be in the NBA for a very long time.
We're gonna see what
we know. Bron's about to retire. He just wanted to play with his son. Everybody, why is nobody just saying this?
Yeah, I mean,
we're gonna see.
I don't think anybody is mad at that. I honestly respect it. I think the dude has done so much for the game already. I think the fact that he's even still
he's 40 years old.
This productive at this age of his career we'll probably never see it again. All right? Like, we'll probably never see a dude 38, 39, 40 years old still putting up 25, 7, and 7.
Should be grateful.
All that type of shit, right?
Should be grateful.
And sometimes, maybe, you know, those GOAT conversations need to be changed a little bit. I think for a long time, everyone was like, rings, rings, rings. If you don't got the 6th ring, if you don't got this ring, if you don't got that ring, if you don't got this many rings, you can't be the GOAT. Well, this dude was good enough to force the most successful NBA franchise in his, second now since Boston won, but the second most successful NBA franchise and probably the most popular basketball franchise in the world, the Los Angeles Lakers, to draft his son with a 2nd round pick just because he was a free agent going into this year and probably could have just left if they were like, we're not going to do that. That's how great that dude is. Like, the definition of greatness, I think, changes with LeBron.
That's more business acumen.
I don't think it's business acumen because if he's not good enough, they don't give a fuck.
That's definitely
everybody wants to see LeBron and Bronny.
That's definitely business acumen.
But if LeBron was
and it's no slouch against Bronny.
But if LeBron was putting up 7 points a game, they'd be like, all right, yeah, draft his son, get the fuck out of here. No, the only reason why it worked is that, like, he's still great and he's still a problem to deal with.
Okay, so it's longevity and business acumen.
And greatness, of course.
That's
had to add the greatness.
No, that's not.
Is LeBron James not great?
No, it's not lost on us. But I'm just saying, it's longevity, business acumen, and greatness. Of course they're going to take him. Why? Yeah, duh.
No, I guess so.
And we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. We'll see. I'm sure him and Bronny will be in the gym every day. Well, all 3 of them, Bronny, Bryce, and Big Dog, going to be in the gym every day, helping Bronny get to that level of confidence and that level of ability to compete, whether it's starting, I doubt which is going to happen, or coming off the bench and going against some real tough top dogs in this game. And I'm sure they're going to be having workouts with, you know, players that are in the league, former players, just banging that body around paws. And that's what's supposed to happen. Shut up. That's what's supposed to happen. And listen, nepotism at its finest. Go, get your shit.
Really, last thing before you guys go,
Bronny.
Kemba Walker also retired.
Congrats, Kemba. Cardiac Kemba.
Bronx legend, Kemba Walker. Shout out to him. Congrats on retirement. Great dude. Like one of the best dudes I've ever got to be around in the NBA. Like, just, you know what I mean? Like somebody who just has like good juju, good energy around him.
Yeah.
So hate that it didn't work out when he was in New York Knicks, but you could tell how bad he wanted it to work out. But sometimes, man.
Sometime hero.
Yeah, sometimes, man, Father Time is just undefeated.
Sometimes you gotta pop out.
Oh my God. Sign out.
And we're gonna pop out on that note.
I didn't say it.
Boogeyman.
I didn't say it.
That's it for today's episode of
not
Say
say
Less with Kaz, Lowkey, and Rosy. You can always check us out on
I will
youtube.com/Kazeem.
not say it.
Look at your podcast apps. Say Less with Kaz, Lowkey, and Rosy. Type it in, it'll pop right up. And follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Say Less Kaz, Low, Rosy. On X, Say Less Kaz, Low. Like we always do at this time, stay free, stay safe,
And always
say less. Catch y'all next time, people.
Say less.